welcome back. In this video I finish off this engine, finally get it in the car and get it running. So just putting some oil in here while I've got it out still and doing as much as I can, because once it goes in there's really no room. Now this air conditioner compressor is the last thing, and I've got the seal here and you can see there's an inner lip, and the challenge with this is that when it goes over the shaft it's actually going to catch on that little ridge on the shaft, and the seal will just get destroyed straight away. So to fix that, I've made this little tool in the lathe. I don't know how they do it normally, maybe they don't. And what I've done is it slips over here. It's exactly the same size as the main shaft, and the top's got a taper, so that seal can go in. It'll slowly expand out as it gets pushed down, and once it's in position I can simply lift that off and it's all done. So that should work well. And there's another little tool I made to push the seal in, just out of an old fitting I had laying around. So I push that seal in, goes in quite nicely actually. I don't know why air conditioner people don't repair compressors. I mean, it's one seal and I just couldn't justify $500 for a new compressor just for this. So here's my tool. I just slip it over, goes on no problem whatsoever, and once it's on, pull that out the way, bolt it all up, and that is pretty much job done. So with the compressor back together, I'll put the clutch back on, push it into position, put the circlip on, and then put the outer part of the clutch, and you just need to adjust this so it can spin freely and just have a small gap. So putting the compressor back in now, certainly too hard to work on this once it's in the car. Now the belt on that is a special type of belt. It just sort of stretches, there's no tensioner, so instead of a tensioner the belt is made to stretch. So pull it around, and once that's in, the engine's actually ready now to go back in the car. And as I said in the last video, I don't have the intake manifold on because you just can't get to anything. So I put that on once I've lifted it or dragged it into the car. So just push it under the body of the car now, and the first thing I do is hook up the three coolant pipes, and you can see I've got the frame probably about 6 inches higher than the engine itself, so I've got some room, but you can see the pipes I put on here way down here, and they're very hard to get to and impossible if you've got the intake manifold on there. So once I've got those pipes on, here's the intake manifold. I slip this in. There's a number of bolts obviously that I need to do up, and you can still get to them, but everything is so small. You need to have, you know, tiny arms and fingers to be able to do this sort of work. So I'll get the intake in, put the air conditioner compressor pipe work back on, and it's all done. I'm actually ready to see if it's actually going to start. So I turn the ignition on, and sure as eggs, there's a problem. They call this a 3 bars of death, I believe, and it won't start. So first thing I do is disconnect the battery, and that doesn't work. And then I figure out that because I didn't plug in the brake lights, that causes a fault in the computer, and you get the 3 bars of death. So put the battery back on, put the brake lights on, and there you go. It's now showing what gear it's in, and it's ready for its first start. So I'll give this a run, and in the next video we'll go for the first drive.